Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. You're watching Let's Paint, and I am your host, Trooper 6, and we did not stop. Well, we stopped for the episode's sake, but I have not moved, and I just hit record again. Because really, we're making really good progress. Really great time. I haven't forgotten about all the BS that I nicked on the way here. All the oopsies that I made with the paintbrush. I want to applaud that the maker of this model. I'm not sure how much cleanup was needed when it came off the printer, but there was minimal cleanup on my end. I could have done a little bit more and probably polished it a little bit, but I don't mind letting the model speak for itself. Seeing some of the print lines every now and then doesn't necessarily bother me because I could really tell that this doesn't exist anywhere else. So I have an easier time. with it. But I hope everyone is happy and healthy like I was wishing you on the last episode. If you're not happy and healthy, then what the hell, dude? Come on. Am I the only one? Well, I ask, am I the only one, as if I was happy and healthy? But don't take that out of context either. That is not to say that I am not happy and healthy or whatever. I'm getting tongue-tied here. We've all got issues to deal with. All got our demons. But when it comes down to it, yes, I am happy. And the doctors confirmed that I am healthy. Apparently I was a little healthier than I thought I was going to be. I don't know. I was shocked. They were like, what's the problem? I'm like, I don't know. What are you talking about? Apparently I have amazing kidneys? How? Just how? I know I didn't pollute myself with an egregious amount of fucking sodas, but how the hell would you ever say that I was healthy? And I was like, you know what? I don't think I care too much to even sit around for an answer. I'm sorry. I'm also just I'm trying to find a brush that I want to use for this. Son of a bitch. Most of my brushes there have been destroyed. But that's okay. What did we say on the last episode? All we had to do was paint that helmet, hit the base, do some dry brushing, some Nuln Oil, and he'd be done, right? So let's jump to the base. And it's our good old Armageddon dust. All right. Everyone knows this one. At least you should be familiar with it by now. This is for our Wasteland base. Now, I thought about what base design I was going to go with this. I figured I'd want to get something that contrasted the model, and I was about to get something... I was about to do like some kind of pavement, I think. Almost thought about trying the Scorched Earth idea that I had for the Doom guy. But I figured, you know what? We're just gonna be basic, and we're gonna do a base that I know I can do well. Not to toot my own horn there, but it is a little hard to fuck it up, in my opinion. Actually, no, I will go back on what I said just immediately, because there have been plenty of times where I was working on one of these quote-unquote easy Wasteland bases and totally fucked it up because I just wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, or it just came out wrong. Forgot to let things dry, or it could be any number of things, or maybe I was just being temperamental that day and really just hated all my work. I mean, that is a possibility right there. But let's see. And it's also tricky to make it look like it's not painted. Can't have, brush strokes. Luckily, you don't really get brush strokes with hues and paint like this. I'd say if you did, holy shit. What we're probably going to do, though, is do this and then take a break so that this whole base can dry for me. So we're at, 5.5 minutes-ish? Yeah, let's close that. All right, so that was that. And then, of course, I do have some of these over here. I got the Battlefield Rocks by the Army Painter. Really think that'll come out nifty and handy. Let me try to clean some of this off. If not, I'll just paint it black. It doesn't matter. All right, so that thing definitely needs to dry, and there's not much else I could do with the model. So we're going to pick this up. Oh, look at that. All right, guys. So we're going to pause here, and we'll be back when this thing dries. And we'll get this thing wrapped up for you, okay? We'll be back in just a minute. I wonder how long this will take. I wonder. Because it's just going to be a second for you. But I don't know. Hit that big old pause button. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, now that the base is dry, I went ahead and I picked out some little rocks. And it's going to be so stupidly easy. You're going to be like, damn, really? That's it? I'm going to be like, yeah, that's it. See? Little super glue. And bam. Right there. That's it? Oh, that's it. That's it. That's simple. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's funny that we're doing this because I was just talking to my wife, was it yesterday, about possibly doing, I guess, yeah, flat out tutorials. I told her when it came to first starting the channel, that's what my friends wanted me to do was, they thought I could do some painting tutorials for people. As they thought it was, I don't know, they thought it was good enough to do painting tutorials. I've talked about this before, but, oh, that got stuck to my finger. It keeps getting stuck. That's the trouble with super glues. All right, hold on. Gotta be able to hold it. Now, you could just be using, base glue or Mod Podge or something. Anything that a normal person would be like, hey, jackass, why don't you just use that? And I say it unto thee, no. No, we're going to have our haphazard rocks out here. He's out in the middle of a wastelandish type place. And we've already got some of the paints out that we're going to need to dry brush. We're going to use ash gray, minimal mummy robes, and we need something. Yeah, we'll use some moon. You know what? Elven flesh will work. We're going to use some elven flesh for the base, and we're going to give. That was already coming out because I opened it. Fuck it. We're going to start with the ash gray because those rocks. Excuse me. Those rocks, the glue, they need the time. They need the time to dry. But here comes our part. Oh, now this is going to be tricky because I don't really wear my jewelry much here when I'm painting, do I? But the trooper was feeling extra today. You can ask my wife. I'm usually pretty extra. I'm unnecessary, honestly. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a problem. I like to be extra. I kind of have to be. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Besides bring out the definition of these lovely ass cheeks. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And it's okay that we're using the gray and it's brightening it up. Because we need certain things to be brought out. All right. And we'll go back over and try to hit only the edges with the mummy robe. It's tough to dry brush and shit with gray, only because you can end up making the model look like unfinished. You can actually fuck with people's perspective of the model. Because if you get the wrong gray or too much of it, or in just the right spots, it's gonna look like the model's just unfinished, or maybe even that your fingers had rubbed off the paint, something like that. So, side. But yeah, we forgot to go back in with the black and clean up our smudges. So we are going to really quickly do that, as we blurged too much right in here. Right there we had gotten the thigh. And I know we're using a contrast paint to clean some of that up, but that's okay. And we're going to go back over this butt. Just going to blend all that out, basically, is what I wanted to do with it. All right. All right. That's a little better. It's a little better. Sometimes you have to take a minor step back and fix what you did before you can take that step forward, because that step forward could just be the disastrous one that you took because you did not take your step back to correct your problem. Anyway, all right, we're going to get the mummy robe out. Get a little bloop. It's probably still too much, but that's all right. Whatever, just get over it. Woo. I hate when I get itches in my braids. Because my wife braids my hair every morning, because she's amazing. And every now and then, I get a little itchy on the scalpy. So I go to scratch it, but I got braids in. And I'm trying not to fuck it up. And that's tough. That's tough, man. Again, we forgot that hand. Wow. That won't be a problem. Look at that. We brought that ass right back out. And all the Nuln Oil will darken that shit right back up for us. So it will be okay. It will be okay that his butt is that highlighted. I assure you. But let's stop forgetting. We need to stop forgetting that goddamn hand. Otherwise, I'm going to forget all the way to the turntable, and I bet you I still wouldn't even notice until I post the damn mini, and I'm standing there like, holy shit. I just did all of that, and I'm patting myself on the back like, oh, another job well done, and there it is. It happens. It happens. I've been trying to get better at that, like really examining the model and taking my time because you guys know I jump all over the damn place because I can't exactly help it. Working on it. We are working on it on a daily. But we're doing what we can. Doing what we can. So yeah, that blaster, very bright at the moment. And that will be okay. That mask though. Whew. All right. So let's go ahead. And we already have the elven flesh there, but we need a better brush. Not that one. Yeah. That one. Yeah, the good old wedge. You know the wedge. Bringing the wedge out. And we've got our elven flesh instead of moon dust, which was what I was initially thinking, but I grabbed the wrong paint, and I was like, you know what? That'll be fine. As if you needed a recap of what happened like 2-3 minutes ago. I'm even going to try to catch the rocks, because why wouldn't they have the same highlighting? Honestly. And it might, sometimes it feels like I have to put too much on, but you got to remember when you flap that Nuln Oil, especially if you do it heavy-handed, it will absolutely darken everything up. And you're going to want everything to be as even as possible. That's why I'm trying to really make sure that all of these raised parts on the base, all these little grains are getting hit. I'm trying to make sure that they're all getting hit because like I said, the Nuln Oil is going to get in there and it's going to darken everything else right back up. Wife's sending me stuff on Instagram. Woman, I'm busy. Data's working. The trooper is on the job. He's on the front lines in the trenches. He's going over the top, taking care, neutralizing the enemy, rearranging their color scheme, adding a lot of crimson. All right, we're done. And whew, hot diggity doggy. Oh, he's looking good. He's looking real good. We might even use a different shading for the ground, just because. If we use a brown shade, that'll be fine. And the Nuln Oil should be okay. So let me go get that one real quick, and we'll show you what I'm talking about. What the fuck? Someone steal my shit! Found it. Okay, my bad. Nobody stole my shit. Nobody moved it. Well, if anybody moved it, it was my... Reichland Flesh Shade. Tis a brown wash. I guess you could call it a flesh wash. Like we have with the army painter stuff. And I adore that flesh wash. Vernos. But yeah, this is going to give everything just more of a brown tint, which will be fine, because that will highlight with the, or that will resonate with all of the elven flesh that we just dry brushed all over it. So it'll be okay. Plus it'll further deepen that brown tone that we have for the ground, which will further contrast the black and silver of the armor. I am hoping. Honestly, I'm talking like I know what I'm doing, right? And I guess that's all it takes is your utmost confidence, and you can say anything and you can make anybody believe that you're an expert as long as you just have the confidence to speak with it. All right? Fake it till you make it? Well, fuck you. All right. As It's looking nice. It's looking brown. All right. Make him look like he's really out there in some godforsaken, not exactly wasteland, because the earth is not all cracked up and bullshit. But it's okay. Now we've got that Nuln Oil. You guys are seeing all of it. What? I've been usually saving Nuln Oil for off camera or something, right? That's okay. That's okay. It's good to see all of the steps here. Plus, it's only 2 episodes. I think I can bother showing you guys what the hell is going on and exactly how I'm doing it. So I don't want to darken up the armor too much, right? I have a feeling it's already just going to get really dark, but I've gotten rid of most of the paint on the brush, and we honestly want to try to make sure that it just catches in the recesses, most of it. You want to try to wipe away, as you're painting, all of the excess that you're going to end up with. You know, it's this is a shade oil. This is not exactly a paint. It is the most watered down. This is coming along pretty nicely. And we've got, I'm not sure what we're going to have next for you, since this is so short. I mean, I was going to have to record next week anyway, so we'll see what we got lined up for you guys. Probably something for the Imperium. It's been long enough. My plan was to have something for the Imperium right here for this miniature. But I didn't have any Space Marines ready, and I didn't want to take the time to try to cut one out, find a pose that I like, prime it, and then start all this. I got up at 5, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything ready for you and got the day going, got everything started. Here we are. It was like 7:30, 7:45 when we got started up here. Like I said, that Nuln Oil, going to darken everything up. This black wash, I've always loved Nuln Oil. I've said for quite a while, if you ever want to look better than your artwork is, your first step is to get Nuln Oil and learn how to use it. When I started using Nuln Oil, yeah, my painting improved tenfold. But you also got to use it properly. Not to say other people are using it improperly necessarily. Using it too much can be a problem. You could see it in my minis. You could see when I've applied too much to it. Because something will be a little glossy that it shouldn't be because I put too much in there, and then when it dried like that. So you can see plenty of examples on my stuff. But it's been very much a big learning process, and that was something that I was getting real interested at looking. Just yesterday alone, I was looking at a bunch of the old pictures that I had, because I had found my old, the first miniature I had ever painted. I found him. Unfortunately, I had repainted him, and I wish I hadn't, so that you guys could really see. All I got is a picture of it. I've already posted that, and there will most likely be, I'm probably going to put them on a turntable. But either way, guys, look at that. Look at that. The Sith Trooper. So amazing. Oh, this one was great. I had a lot of fun playing that game, that series, both of them. I didn't play the MMO, So anybody who was expecting me to talk about that one, I'm sorry, but I didn't play it. So we will see you guys on the next round. It'll probably be something Space Marines. Maybe the Retributors. That'll be another short series, but I think we could pull it off. So once this guy dries, I will put him on the turntable, and you guys will see him in all his 360 glory. And I will see you all on the next round. So you all stay happy and healthy. May the Void Father guide your brush. Peace out, everybody.